Hey guys, guess who's sick? Me! Guess who got delayed? The TDX event. And guess what just came out? A trailer! Yep, this is just perfect. So, because of this, I'm just going to be making a trailer analysis video and a bit of lore because the song Vigamadir dropped and that was pretty cool. That had a lot of lore in some of its verses. So we're gonna talk about that. Just do a little lore dive thing. Yeah. This is not gonna be very structured because, once again, I am kind of sick right now. But I still wanted to make a video on this because we see a lot of stuff in this trailer and I'm very excited about everything that we see in the trailer. So, without further ado, let's kind of just jump into it. So, the first thing that we see in the trailer is Dr. Xenon. She's talking about how she revived General Sgar. We're going to get into General Sgar. He is Vigamadir, however you want to say it. He is that guy. He's not Frosty. He's not Revenant. He is General Sgar. He seems to be the main bad guy of this event, at least the final boss. I don't know if he will actually be the final boss. I do still think that Frosty is going to make an appearance in this event, but we'll get into why that is in a moment. It's important to mention that Xenon says that they are long thought to be extinct. Obviously, this is because we destroyed Frosty and we destroyed Revenant back in tower battles. In TDX, we have assumed that this army has been long forgotten, but Dr. Xenon, now that she has left the GDA, she's done her own kind of research and she's now found them up in the north, and she's using them for her own purposes. This will throw away, I believe this trailer kind of throws away any evidence that Xenon revived these guys and then they turned on us, or they turned on her. That simply does not seem to be the case whatsoever. It seems that these guys are firmly on the same side as Dr. Xenon because we see her mechs, her robots, her snow predators, and her other robotics working alongside this army. The two of them are working together as one to get these crystals. If I were to guess, the crystals are going to be used to revive Frosty. I assume that what happened is she revived General Sgar, and General Sgar, he wants Frosty. His whole song is about how much he wants Frosty back from the dead. So Xenon, probably knowing that she has the ability to revive all sorts of creatures and things, we see this all the time in the main game, that's probably the extent of their deal. Sgar and the remaining Frost army will protect her and be on her side in exchange for her reviving Frosty in the ritual, whatever ritual that may be. One thing that you'll notice if you look at the troops in not Frosty's army, in Sgar's army, you'll notice that a lot of them are enemies that are not exactly the same, but they are similar to enemies that have been fought in tower battles, specifically Winter 2022. There was a large faction of long forgotten, long dead, frozen enemies with Revenant at the helm. Obviously, Revenant is Frosty reborn. It is Frosty's soul existing within a different body. We can kind of see the same design motifs as Revenant on General Sgar. This does not lead me to believe that they are the same person or anything. There's just far too many differences. But we do see the same motif of a soul occupying a body and possibly being able to leave said body. Meaning that if Sgar dies, this probably won't be the last for him. His soul will still continue to exist if it works the same way as Frosty's soul with Revenant. Sorry if it seems like I'm all over the place. Once again, this isn't really a structured video. This is just kind of an analysis of everything that I'm seeing in the trailer. One thing that we do see is Sgar banging on the doors of the GDA base. It seems to be a very violent thing that he's doing there. It looks really cool. It looks very frantic. One thing that we can, I guess, assume is that this is going to be like Chapter 3, where the enemies don't just break into the base and then just kill you. Like, they have to actually deal damage to it, which is a nice change of pace. Another thing that we see a lot of these little guys. We see whites, I believe that's what they were called in tower battles. We see flying guys, so this confirms that we're going to be more flying enemies. We see what I think are Ents in the background. Ents were once again another enemy from the tower battles Winter 2022 that are part of the Frost army. I wonder if we'll see mimics. in the event. Those are not shown in the trailer though. But we do see, once again, snow predators. We see a bunch of ginger dreads, once again showing that Xenon and Sgar are on the same side. They're working towards the same goal here to get these crystals. We see flying like knights on like these frozen like weird ghost horse things. I think they're ghost horses. That's what they look like. And then once again on the thumbnail for this event, we see Wendigos, snow Wendigos, like from Tower Battles. But something very interesting to note is that these guys have the Calamity symbol on their head. Frosty's army, I believe, confirmed, is a sub-faction of the Calamity, or another race of demons in the Calamity faction. Now, this is very interesting for a multitude of reasons, but it is also kind of to be expected. I mean, if you've taken a look at Frosty himself, if you've seen Revenant, if you've seen Sgar, you'll see they're demonic. They're clearly demons. They have big horns, they have markings on their heads, they have all these like strange things about them. They're demons. Frosty himself, I believe, is supposed to be like a more original version of Krampus. If you know Krampus, you know he's a demon. So yeah, I believe they are just another faction of the Calamity. Clearly one that is more partial to Dr. Xenon rather than compared to the Awakened faction or the Relic faction, both of which hate Dr. Xenon. The Awakened use her technology, the Relic hate technology, so kind of checks out. It's interesting that Xenon is working with them, although we do see that she is not opposed to working with things in the past, so this is probably just what it is. And it's not lore breaking, I want to make that clear. The Calamity sub-factions, we do know that they fight each other because the Relic help us fight the Awakened. So this is not Xenon being a traitor or anything. The sub-faction of the Frosty army can still exist. Once again, this just kind of confirmed my theory about hell being frozen over and this just being another sub-faction of the Calamity, but I digress. This does make me reevaluate the importance of Wendigos, and does make me think that Wendigos are just kind of a really strong thing, a really strong like species that exist in hell. I mean, that's kind of what Wendigos are. They are kind of spiritual demons. But it is just interesting to see that. Once again, this is just straight up on their head, confirmed Calamity. The last thing that I really kind of want to talk about is going back to Frosty himself. I've seen a lot of people saying that, oh, well, I guess Sgar is the final boss. We're not going to see Frosty. I feel like John wouldn't show him off like so much if he were the final boss. I do believe that Frosty's revival is something that is going to happen. And I do feel like when his revival does happen, it's going to be a very big thing. The GJ did release that song, which is Rainbow Factory, a remix of Rainbow Factory, which was Frosty's theme originally. And we also have, at the end of Vega Madir, we do have that Frosty layout motif. And finally, we do have the song Trapped in Ice, which is a song about Dr. Xenon and Dr. Mallory, and it plays Frosty's theme in it. I think that the theming of Frosty, he's going to be some sort of secret final boss, perhaps the true final boss of Nightmare Mode. We'll have to see. But I do not think that Sgar is going to be the only threat that we face. Obviously, we've yet to see the Titans either, which were shown off in that thumbnail. So, yeah, there's still a lot of things to come. That's really all I got for this. Sorry if it's just kind of me rambling. Once again, I am kind of sick, so yeah. If you enjoyed this video, please be sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you guys all next time. Bye.
Let's go! Oh my god! Wait, shut up! Yes.